Tonight at 5, we are staying on top of breaking news out of Fulton County, where 2 officers were hurt after a shooting. Good evening and thanks for being with us. I'm Jennifer Bellamy.
And I'm Jonathan Martin in for Faith Jesse. Those 2 police officers are recovering right now after the shootout. Tonight we know the suspect is dead. Now the scene unfolded just before noon today, right off of Fulton Industrial Boulevard, right near I-20. In fact, our 11 Alive Sky Tracker is live tonight right over that area. The incident also left the interstate blocked as police were investigating. We have live team coverage for you tonight on this Friday. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is live at Grady Hospital with what we are learning about the condition of the officer shot. But let's start with 11 Alive's Joe Ripley, who is live at the crime scene on Fulton Industrial Boulevard. So, Joe, we know it's 5 o'clock, rush hour. How is this investigation potentially impacting traffic right now?
So, Jonathan, the road actually remains blocked right now along Fulton Industrial Boulevard between MLK Jr. Drive and I-20. Take a look behind me. You can still see the pretty strong presence of law enforcement, including GBI officers here on scene. They've been out here for hours now trying to piece together how 2 police officers were shot and how 1 man is dead tonight.
This was after the shots had stopped.
Jeremy Snow's passing through Atlanta as part of his work in the antiques business. He also passed through a crime scene on his way out of town.
So after I'd gotten some fuel as I was driving up here, I noticed an officer had somebody detained in the median, and that person that he had detained proceeded to pull out a weapon and start to shoot the unfortunate officer.
Just before noon, outside the Budgetel Inn and Suites, a Fulton County police officer stopped a man reportedly jaywalking across Fulton Industrial Boulevard. Police say the man pulled out a handgun and a shootout ensued. Officials say a Fulton County police officer and a South Fulton police officer were both shot.
When he was down on the ground, he was, crying, calling out for help, and all I could do at that point was just say a prayer because the gunman was still shooting at other people.
Snow managed to capture this video as he hid in the floorboard of his truck. The chaos happening just a few feet away from Justin Deloach, who was staying at the motel.
I just checked in like a half an hour before. I told myself, let me just sit down for a second and catch my breath. And thank God I did, because if I would have came right back out to get some food, I probably would have been in the middle of the whole thing. So it must have been God,
A trip to visit his cousin, now cut short. Through it all, the same South Fulton police officer injured who came to help a brother in blue received life-saving help himself.
Part of our training is tourniquet training, and we issue all of our officers a tourniquet, and we believe that might have saved the South Fulton officer's life today, the fact that our officer put a tourniquet on him.
Jeremy Snow says he's thankful to have his life after surviving his first trip to Atlanta.
I consider myself blessed that I didn't get shot, and it's definitely a good Friday for me.
Tonight, the GBI is still calling this an active and ongoing investigation, so it's best to avoid Fulton Industrial Boulevard, again, between I-20 and MLK Jr. Drive if you have to, on the west side of town, as police continue their investigation. We want to send you out to 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn, who joins us live from Grady Hospital with the latest, Cody, on those officers' conditions.
Joe, both of those officers here at Grady right now, along with many of their brothers and sisters in blue who are stopping by to check on them at this hour as they continue to recover. Now, Fulton County police officers have not yet identified their officer who was shot. Sources tell us that officer was shot in the leg. But this afternoon, South Fulton police have identified their officer, and this is our first look at Lieutenant Charles Cook. Sources tell me he was shot in the stomach, leg, and arm. He's been with the department since it was created, and before that, he was with the Fulton County Police Department. And of course, as you just heard Joe mention, both officers were shot just before noon on Fulton Industrial Boulevard, and it's why they say there is no such thing as a routine call in law enforcement, because this morning, these officers were simply on a traffic stop, one of them simply backing up a brother in blue when things quickly went south.
Immediately after he exited his patrol vehicle, the suspect opened fire on Lieutenant Cook, striking him at least 3 times. Right now, Grady personnel tell us he's in critical condition. We ask for your thoughts and prayers for his full recovery.
You also heard Joe mention that Fulton County police officer having a tourniquet on him, which is likely what saved this officer. They use that a lot on gunshot victims as well when they get to crime scenes. And of course, many people reaching out to us this morning asking why I-20 was closed. They shut down I-20 to get those officers from that scene on Fulton Industrial to Grady ER, where some of the best trauma team doctors are, and they were waiting on Lieutenant Cook to get here. Again, at last check, he is in critical condition, but they are hopeful he will make a full recovery. As of this afternoon, again, Fulton County Police have not identified their officer, but we hear he is in good spirits. Live outside Grady ER in downtown Atlanta, Cody Alcorn, 11 Alive News.
Yeah, we are all hoping the same. Cody, thank you so much. And just moments ago, Governor Brian Kemp releasing a statement on the shooting, saying in part, in just a matter of days, this lone police department has demonstrated multiple times that law enforcement put their lives on the line every day to protect and serve their fellow Georgians. All those who wear a badge and uniform deserve our unfailing gratitude and prayers. Now, we will stay on top of this breaking news story throughout the night and bring you any updates just as soon as we learn more.